Sit down. Hmm. I'm going to tell you something nobody told me. I'm 73. I've buried friends. I've watched the fire go out in eyes that used to burn bright. And what I'm about to say might sting, but you need to hear it. The years from 65 to 75 are the hardest of your life. Harder than raising babies. Harder than losing your parents. Harder than that divorce you thought would break you. This decade will test every bone in your body and every doubt in your heart. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to give you 5 truths about these years, 5 hard rocks you can hold on to when the river gets rough. Because they don't tell you this. The world lies to you. They say retirement is a reward. They say these are your golden years. They paint it all in soft colors and quiet sunsets. But let me tell you what really happens. You wake up one morning and realize you're not the person you used to be. The mirror shows you a stranger. The phone doesn't ring like it used to. Your children have their own lives and they don't need you the same way. Your body starts talking back to you, and the silence is so loud you can't think. And nobody warned you. Nobody said it would feel like this. This is the age where identity dies. The person you were for 40, 50 years, the worker, the provider, the fixer, the doer, that person has to step aside. And what steps into that space? Nothing at first. Just a hollow ache where purpose used to live. You know what I'm talking about? You felt it. That strange emptiness on a Tuesday morning when there's nowhere to go. That restless feeling when you've done all the chores and the day stretches out like a long, empty road. I remember Beatrice. She was a school teacher for 42 years. Every morning for 4 decades, she got up before dawn, packed her lunch, and walked into that classroom full of children who needed her. She knew exactly who she was. Then she retired, and she told me, "Helen, I feel like I've become invisible. I walk into the grocery store and nobody sees me. I go home and the walls just stare back at me. I don't know who I am anymore." That's the first truth. I'm going to lay them all out for you. Truth number 1, you lose your name. The world gave you a title. That title became your name. When they take it away, you don't know what to call yourself. You were a foreman, a nurse, a manager, a mother with children in the house, a husband who provided. And now you're just old. The world looks at you and sees a body that's slowing down. They don't see the history in your hands. They don't see the battles you've won. The river doesn't care what you used to carry. The river just keeps flowing, and you have to learn to stand in it without the weight you used to hold. My friend Earl was a truck driver for 35 years. He knew every highway in 5 states. His name meant something on the CB radio. He could fix any engine. When he retired, he parked that truck and he told me, "Helen, I feel like I died. The man who lived in that cab is gone. I'm just an empty shell with a pension." That's the hard truth. The person you were is gone, and you have to say goodbye to him, to her. You have to grieve that person like you would grieve a friend, because you can't move forward until you've honored what was. The world lies and says you're still the same, but the river moves. It carves new canyons, and you have to let it carve you new too. Truth number 2, the loneliness cuts deeper than you imagined. Nobody tells you how lonely this stage of life gets. You think you're prepared, you have your family, you have your friends, but then your friends start dying, your spouse gets sick, Your children live in different states and they have their own struggles. They call, but it's not the same. They visit, but it's rushed. And the companionship you once took for granted, it evaporates like morning mist. I remember Edith. She and her husband were married for 51 years. She told me that when he died, she felt like she'd been cut in half. She still set the table for two. She still made his coffee by accident. And the silence in that house was so deep, she thought she'd drown in it. She said, "It's not just that he's gone. It's that nobody remembers I'm still here. The world looks at a widow and sees a piece of furniture, a relic. I'm still a woman, Helen. I'm still here. But nobody reaches out." That cuts me to the bone, because I felt it too. The phone doesn't ring. The invitations stop coming. You have to fight to be seen. You have to remind people you're still breathing. And the hardest part? The loneliness isn't just outside you. It's inside you too. The world has moved on. The songs aren't your songs anymore. The jokes don't make you laugh. The news makes no sense. You feel like a visitor in your own time. Modern life tells you to keep busy, fill the hours, volunteer, take up a hobby. But that's a lie too. You can be surrounded by people and still be the loneliest soul on the planet. This loneliness is a canyon inside your chest, and you have to learn to live in that canyon. Truth number 3, your body betrays you. This one is hard to swallow. When you were younger, your body was a tool. You could push it. You could demand from it. You could work all day and still have energy for the evening. Now, your body talks back. Every joint, every muscle, every forgotten injury from your younger years comes knocking. And it doesn't just hurt. It humiliates. You can't do the things you used to do. You can't lift what you used to lift. You forget things. You get tired. The man or woman who used to run up the stairs now has to hold the railing and pause at every step. My friend Ruth used to be a dancer. She had a body so beautiful and strong. She taught dance for 30 years. Now she sits in her chair and looks at her hands and says, "Helen, I don't recognize them. These are the hands of an old woman. These hands used to move, used to create. Now they just shake when I try to hold my cup." And it's not just the physical. It's the indignity. It's the slow creep of limitations. You can't eat what you used to eat. You have to think about every step. You have to plan your day around how much energy you have left. The world says age gracefully, but there's nothing graceful about it. It's hard. It's humbling. And the modern world has no patience for it. They want you to stay young, stay relevant, stay strong, but you can't. The seasons change, leaves fall, rivers slow, and you have to accept that your body is part of nature. It is not a machine you can fix. It is a living thing that is winding down. Truth number 4, the anger you feel is real. You know that feeling, the one that bubbles up when the young cashier is too slow, when the neighbor's dog barks at night, when your children don't call, when you can't find your glasses for the 3rd time today. That's not just frustration. That's grief. That's rage. That's the part of you that knows time is running out and nobody cares. You're angry because you want to matter. You want to be seen. You want to still have purpose. And you're angry because you feel helpless. My husband William used to say, "The fire burns hottest when the wood is almost gone. Those last few logs throw up the biggest sparks. That's your anger. It's the fire of life trying to tell you something. You're angry because you've been lied to. They told you if you worked hard, you'd be rewarded. They told you family would always be there. They told you you'd have peace. And here you are, feeling like you've been left behind. Let me tell you what I do. I don't try to extinguish the anger. I don't pretend it's not there. I walk with it. I let it keep my blood warm. Because the day that anger dies, that's the day you really check out. That anger is a sign that you're still fighting, still wanting, still alive. But you have to aim it right. The young cashier doesn't deserve your fire. The neighbor's dog doesn't deserve it. Your children don't deserve it. That anger is sacred. It's meant for the lies the world told you. It's meant for the people who hurt you and never apologized. It's meant for the things you never said. Hold it, honor it, but don't burn the wrong people. Truth number 5. You have to forgive yourself. This is the hardest one, the one nobody wants to talk about. You look back at your life and you see the mistakes, the missed opportunities, the times you failed your children, the marriages you ruined, the words you said that can't be unsaid, the risks you never took, the love you let slip away, and you carry that weight every single day. It sits on your chest like a stone. I remember a man named Daniel. He came to me one evening and he was weeping. He said, I was a good father. I provided, but I never told my son I loved him. I thought he knew. Now he's 45 and we barely talk. And I know it's my fault. I missed every chance. And I can't get those years back. I looked at that man and I saw the weight. It was crushing him. And I told him, Daniel, the canyon doesn't care. The canyon just is. You can't go back up the river. All you have is this moment, right now. This is all you have. Forgive yourself or live with the weight until you die. But the harder question is about you. Now I'm asking you the same thing. Who are you not forgiving? What mistake are you still holding against yourself? Your body is getting older. Your nights are getting shorter. Do you really want to spend your last years carrying that rock? You have to lay it down. The past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. There is only today. There is only this breath. Forgive yourself. Let the river carry that weight away. Now I'm going to tell you one more thing, something that might make you angry, but I said I'd tell you hard truths, and I will. These years, 65 to 75, they're the hardest because you're forced to become a different person, and you don't want to. You'd rather stay who you were, even if that person was tired, even if that person was unhappy. At least you knew who you were. But nature doesn't work that way. The river doesn't stay the same. It changes course. It carves new paths. And you have to change too. You have to let go of who you were and discover who you're becoming. And maybe that's the most frightening thing of all. Maybe you're scared that who you're becoming is empty. Maybe you're scared that when you strip away the roles and the titles and the responsibilities, there's nothing left. That's the fear that chases you. But let me tell you something from my own life. I've been there. I've stood in that empty canyon, and I found that when everything was stripped away, there was something underneath, something older, something that had been there all along, a quiet wisdom, a patience, a connection to everything that had come before me. You have that too. It's buried under the noise of your old life, but it's there. And these years, these hard, difficult years, they're the years that will dig it up. They're the years you stop being what the world wanted you to be and start being who you really are. It's painful, it's terrifying, and it's the only path worth walking. Down in the comments, tell me, which one of these 5 truths hit you the hardest? Just a number, 1 through 5. I read every one. The fire's burning low, the lights going down behind the rocks. You've got fewer evenings ahead than behind. Don't waste a single one.